Amun-Ra stands as one of the most powerful and significant deities in ancient Egyptian mythology, revered as both a creator god and the king of the gods. His worship was central to Egyptian religion and society, embodying the fusion of cosmic and earthly forces that shaped the ancient world. Today, we will explore Amun-Ra's fascinating journey, from his origins as a local Theban deity, through his rise as the supreme creator and protector of pharaohs, to his profound influence on Egyptian society, and his enduring legacy that extended far beyond Egypt's borders. This overview will illuminate how Amun-Ra's story reflects the evolution of Egyptian religious thought and the lasting impact of his cult on world history. Amun originated as a local deity in Thebes, primarily associated with air and wind. His name means the Hidden One, reflecting his invisible, mysterious nature. Initially, Amun was not a major figure in the Egyptian pantheon, but his significance grew, especially during the Middle Kingdom, when he became regarded as the king of the gods and a creator deity. He was often depicted as a man with a crown of two tall plumes, and his association with the unseen aspects of existence made him a symbol of the mysterious forces of life and creation. Ra, on the other hand, was the ancient sun god from Memphis and one of the earliest and most important deities in Egypt. He symbolized the visible, life-giving power of the sun, responsible for creation, daily renewal, and the cycle of life and death. Ra was typically depicted as a falcon-headed man crowned with a solar disk, and his journey across the sky each day represented the eternal cycle of creation and rebirth. Originally, Amun and Ra were distinct gods with overlapping roles. Both were seen as creators and kings of the gods in their respective regions, Amun in Thebes and Ra in Memphis. As Egypt's political and religious centers shifted, their attributes and domains began to converge. Both gods were associated with creation, kingship, and the sustaining of life, which set the stage for their eventual unification. During the New Kingdom, Amun and Ra were merged into a single composite deity, Amun-Ra. This union symbolized the combination of the hidden Amun and visible Ra aspects of divinity, Amun representing the mysterious, unseen forces of creation, and Ra embodying the manifest, radiant power of the sun. Amun-Ra thus became the supreme god, embodying both the invisible and visible, the mysterious and the manifest, which appealed to the Egyptian concept of Ma'at, or cosmic balance. This fusion not only reflected theological developments, but also served to unify Egyptian society under a single, all-encompassing deity, strengthening both religious and political cohesion throughout the land. In ancient Egyptian mythology, Amun-Ra is portrayed as the ultimate self-created deity who emerged from the primordial waters of chaos, known as Nun. According to the myth, Amun-Ra brought himself into existence and then initiated the creation of the universe, the earth, and all forms of life. This act of self-generation set him apart as the original, inscrutable, and indivisible creator, embodying both the hidden and manifest aspects of divinity. Amun-Ra's dual nature, combining Amun's invisibility with Ra's visible solar power, symbolized the totality of creation. He was revered not only as the creator but also as the sustainer of all existence, maintaining cosmic order, Ma'at, and the continual renewal of life. This unique fusion appealed to the Egyptian sense of balance and harmony, making Amun-Ra both an omnipresent force and an approachable deity who protected and guided the pharaohs and the people. Distinctive creation stories highlight Amun-Ra's association with fertility and life force. In some traditions, especially when Amun is merged with the fertility god Min as Amun-Min, he is depicted as Kamutef, or bull of his mother. This epithet underscores his power to generate life independently, symbolizing the potency of creation and the cyclical nature of existence. Myths describe Amun-Ra populating the world through acts of fertility, reinforcing his role as the source of all living things and the divine energy that animates the universe. Through these myths, Amun-Ra stands as both the origin and the sustainer of the cosmos, embodying the creative force that shaped ancient Egyptian understanding of existence and the divine. Amun-Ra was represented in several distinct forms, each highlighting different aspects of his divine nature. As a man wearing a tall double-plumed crown, often with a solar disk atop it, symbolizing the union of Amun, the hidden, and Ra, the visible sun. Sometimes he appeared with a ram's head, where the curled horns signified fertility, virility, and creative power. On occasion, he was depicted as a falcon-headed figure, a trait inherited from Ra, emphasizing his solar and sky associations. In composite forms, Amun-Ra combined the key iconography of both gods, such as the double plumes of Amun and the solar disk of Ra, visually expressing their merged identities. These depictions could vary over time and by region, but the double-plumed crown and solar disk remained the most consistent markers of Amun-Ra's identity. Amun's title, the Hidden One, reflects his origins as a mysterious, invisible force, an unseen creator who brought the universe into being and then remained apart from it. In contrast, Ra represents the visible, life-giving sun, illuminating the world and sustaining life each day. 4. The fusion into Amun-Ra symbolized the duality and balance central to Egyptian belief. The hidden and the revealed, the mysterious and the manifest, the eternal cycle of creation and renewal. This duality was not only theological but also reinforced the idea of Ma'at, or cosmic order, which was foundational to ancient Egyptian religion and society. As both the hidden force and the visible sun, Amun-Ra embodied the totality of divine power, making him the supreme god and protector of pharaohs and the Egyptian people. Amun-Ra was revered as both the protector and divine father of the pharaohs. Many rulers claimed direct descent from Amun-Ra to legitimize their right to rule, presenting themselves as chosen by the supreme god. This divine connection was often depicted in temple reliefs and royal inscriptions. Queens and pharaohs, such as Hatshepsut, famously commissioned murals and texts asserting that Amun-Ra had fathered them, reinforcing their authority and status as semi-divine rulers. During the New Kingdom, Amun-Ra's priesthood amassed immense wealth and influence, particularly centered in Thebes. The priests of Amun-Ra controlled vast temple estates and resources, sometimes rivaling the pharaohs themselves in power. The construction of monumental temples, most notably Karnak and Luxor, demonstrated both the god's importance and the resources commanded by his cult. These temples served as religious, economic, and political centers, further intertwining the worship of Amun-Ra with the governance of Egypt. The priesthood's influence was so significant that during times of political instability, they could act as kingmakers or mediators, shaping the course of Egyptian history. Their authority even prompted the pharaoh Akhenaten to attempt a religious revolution by promoting the worship of Aten and diminishing Amun-Ra's cult, though this shift was reversed after his death. At the height of his cult, devotion to Amun-Ra approached a form of monotheism. He was often referred to as the one and only, or no second, emphasizing his supremacy above all other gods. This near-monotheistic reverence is evident in temple inscriptions and hymns, and it helped unify religious practice across Egypt, making Amun-Ra not just the king of the gods, but the central focus of state religion. Amun-Ra's enduring influence is visible in the grand temples of Karnak and Luxor, the political power of his priesthood, and the divine legitimacy he conferred upon Egypt's rulers. An impact that shaped both the religious and societal landscape of ancient Egypt for centuries. Worship of Amun-Ra centered on elaborate rituals and grand festivals that united religious devotion with social and political life. Daily temple rituals included purification of priests, the washing and dressing of Amun-Ra's statue, and offerings of food, drink, incense, and fresh flowers. These acts were believed to maintain cosmic order and keep the god's favor upon Egypt. Among the most significant festivals was the Opet festival, held annually in Thebes. During Opet, the statue of Amun-Ra was carried in a grand procession from Karnak to Luxor Temple, accompanied by priests, musicians, and crowds of worshippers. This festival symbolized the renewal of the king's divine power and the fertility of the land, reinforcing the bond between the god, the pharaoh, and the people. Another key celebration was the Valley Festival, which honored both Amun-Ra and deceased royalty, emphasizing the connection between the living and the dead through processions and offerings. Offerings during these rituals and festivals were abundant and diverse, including bread, beer, onions, dates, figs, pomegranates, roast fowl, and incense, particularly frankincense, which created a sacred atmosphere within the temples. The temple complexes dedicated to Amun-Ra, especially at Karnak, were among the most magnificent in the ancient world. The Karnak temple in Thebes served as the primary center of worship and was continually expanded by successive pharaohs. Its vast halls, towering pylons, and sacred lake reflected both the wealth of Amun-Ra's cult and its political influence. The temple was not only a religious hub, but also a center of economic and administrative power, employing thousands and controlling extensive lands and resources. Festivals like Opet transformed these temples into vibrant centers of activity, drawing people from across Egypt to witness and participate in the rituals. The scale and splendor of Karnak and Luxor underscored Amun-Ra's supreme status and the central role his worship played in both the spiritual and civic life of ancient Egypt. Amun-Ra's legacy is profound and far-reaching, leaving an indelible mark on Egyptian culture, art, and the wider ancient world. As the king of the gods and a symbol of divine authority, his influence shaped religious beliefs, political structures, and artistic expression throughout Egyptian history. Monumental temples, such as Karnak, and countless statues, reliefs, and inscriptions attest to his central role in society and continue to captivate modern audiences. The myths, symbols, and rituals associated with Amun-Ra have inspired centuries of scholarship and fascination. His story provides crucial insights into the values, cosmology, and societal norms of ancient Egypt. Today, Amun-Ra remains a subject of ongoing study and popular interest, illustrating the enduring power of his mythology to intrigue and inform both scholars and the public alike. Amun-Ra stands as the creator god and king of the gods, embodying both the hidden mysteries and the visible power of the sun. His fusion united the spiritual and earthly realms, granting pharaohs divine legitimacy and shaping Egyptian religion, politics, and art for centuries. The grandeur of temples like Karnak and the enduring power of his priesthood highlight just how central Amun-Ra was to ancient Egyptian civilization. As we reflect on Amun-Ra's story, we're reminded of the enduring mysteries and fascination surrounding ancient Egyptian religion, a tradition that continues to inspire awe and scholarly curiosity today. If you enjoyed this exploration into mythology, please share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's greatest legends and deities.